Likes us. We suck.
Big dicks.
That's us. Oh,
Wait,
it is.
Here's what I was playing.
Meatloaf, double beatloaf. I hate meatloaf.
How dare you?
I'm sorry, too soon? I'm going to hell for that one. Yes, Meatloaf
Yeah.
is dead, and I would hope that if you're going to eat Meatloaf, it is dead, but...
It was so funny because I was at work and... Oh, wait, by the way, hey, pal, what's new? We're on. And I don't have any good rhyming one to the... I'll just put on your socks and grab your cocks. Will you go back to an old one?
Oldie but a goodie.
An oldie but a goodie. I was trying today. I couldn't come up with one. But, hey, man, it can't be gold every fucking time,
No.
okay? It can't. But I do love the little sound clip that you have on there. So, hey, everybody, it's Hey Pal, What's New?
I'm John.
That's John over there, and I'm Greg, and we're here to entertain you motherfuckers to a degree. So, yeah, another week goes by, and it's fucking cold as shit here, and oh, my God, I dream of when I go down south. I can't be here anymore. When you wake up, and it's like, ooh, it's 7. Meanwhile, my mother is down in Florida, and she's like, it's like 80 degrees and really warm.
It's okay. My mom's in South Carolina. They're like, oh, we're getting a snowflake today, I heard.
Yeah. And then my brother's down there, too, and he does the old, like he's totally acclimated now down to the south. Because, when he comes up here and it's like 30 degrees, he's like, it's cold. I'm like, 30 degrees is beautiful compared to, 10.
I hate the cold. I can't stand it.
Oh, it's the worst. I love seasons. I love fall and spring and, of course, summer. But, winter, I go into that, winter depression. It's so cold. You don't want to go anywhere. People go, you want to do this? I'm like, it's fucking 10 degrees out. I ain't going anywhere.
I just want to crawl into a hot tub.
Yeah, and that's usually when I write music, which is good because I just hold myself up in a house and grow a big beard and tear,
Like Jim Morrison?
Yeah, except with, a lot less drugs in a bathtub. But
minus the heroin.
Yeah. That horrible opiate addiction. So, a couple things we want to hit today. Obviously, we started off with our little, thing about Meatloaf.
I hate Meatloaf.
I personally love Meatloaf. I have many. We will do one of our back in the day segments talking about Meatloaf for myself and my experiences with. God damn it, we're old. Yeah, man. It was one of those things where, I'm not one of those people that when celebrities die, I'm like, very few. I mean, is there anybody that really hit you hard? It's weird. It's weird when
my parents, they hit me hard, but obviously not hard enough.
Exactly. No, I'm talking about celebrities and stuff like that, but
no,
seeing it was kind of sad. Just because, couple things with Meatloaf. Bat Out of Hell, obviously a classic.
Sure.
My father used to listen to that album. He's the one that got me into that because we would be driving in the Camaro. We'd have the tape deck. And he loved listening to Bat Out of Hell.
What's a tape deck?
It's those things. You see him on one of those retro shows,
Oh.
Yeah.
8-tracks. Got it.
Yeah. I remember showing my kids a Walkman, and they were like, what do you do with this?
You walk with it, man.
Walkman, not like the Discman. When you had the Disc, it would always fucking skip.
And then you got lucky if you got that one that had the 60-second buffer.
Oh, yeah.
That's 60 seconds ahead, and if it did skip it.
That's a rich man's game. That wasn't that fancy.
That's some flea market fare.
Yeah. So whenever I think of Meatloaf, I think of two things, right? I think of my father, who passed away, 20 years ago at this point, about how he used to always play that, and he got me into that record, and it's a classic, And then the second one, the real big one is, if you know me by any stretch of the imagination, I played Eddie and Dr. Scott in the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Wait,
For
you played Eddie and his daddy?
yes, exactly. Because Eddie, spoiler alert for a movie that's 100 gazillion years old that I've seen 100 gazillion times. Eddie gets killed.
I couldn't let it go. I couldn't. I just couldn't. He's spoiled.
Spoiler alert, Eddie dies.
No.
And then Dr. Scott shows up later on, so it was easy for me to do the dance with the write love hate on my fingers and the jacket and all that stuff. And I was a young lad, like in my teens, and we did it for a number of years.
Oh God, so many years.
Yeah, Walter and you and me, we did, and I was Eddie and Dr. Scott for a long time. I think I took over for, was it Kevin O'Brien? Yeah, I took over for Kevin O'Brien. So the one story I was, because obviously I have an affinity for Meatloaf because I played the character. And I loved it, and it was so much fun. But one of the things I remember is we used to do it at the Carmel Movieplex, right? So they had two things. They always had Rocky Horror at midnight on Saturday, and then Pink Floyd The Wall on the other side.
Right.
So you had us lunatics doing Rocky Horror, and the other side was a whole bunch of stoners. Which every once in a while I would sneak into the Pink Floyd The Wall, smoke a joint, and just get loopy. If it was
midnight, so nobody cared.
Yeah, dude, we could smoke, drink, do whatever we wanted in that theater. But they had, you went up these steps, and at the top, I guess that's where the projector was like our quote unquote dressing room, right? So it's me and a person you might know, Mike Gingold. Do you remember Mike?
Oh, yeah.
Who is, I think he's still working at Fangoria, whether he's the editor or the assistant editor.
He is. He also runs a horror movie night at once a month at the Alamo Draft House or whatever in Yonkers there.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that guy in literally decades. But I forget. I think that might have been one night where he played Dr. Scott, or maybe he was the criminologist or something like that. It's not Mike that I was fascinated about. I was a young lad, like I said, in my teens. I was a late bloomer, right? I didn't lose my virginity till I was like 18, 19. As they say in Boys in the Hood, I felt a few titties and figured a few honeys, but I didn't really go all the way. But I was young. I was maybe 17, I'd have to think. It was young. I was definitely under the drinking age, but drinking a lot. So I go upstairs to dress, and there was this one girl. I wish I could remember her name. She played I think she played Columbia, right? So she's up there. It's gorgeous, right? And not like the typical, like the girls we used to see there. There were a lot of
Sunny.
cute. No, it wasn't Sunny. I did get to make out with Sunny though once, but that's a whole other story. Yay, spin the bottle at 3 a.m.
Damn.
But
Your balls are showing. Yeah.
waddle doodle.
Waddly doodle.
So to make a long story longer, we're up there, and I'm up there with Mike, and we're changing. And for me, changing wasn't getting naked. It was just, changing stuff. This girl gets completely topless and turns around and is like, she looks at me and Mike, and she's like, what do you think? And
I'm
looking at her like she's a fucking ham sandwich and I'm a hungry hill giant. I'm like, and I could still, to this day, I'm a 50-year-old man, John. I could still see them in my head. The perfect,
glowing,
perky, not too big, not too small, perfect nipples. Like,
boobies.
It was like, and me and Mike are just looking, really just, I don't even think we looked at each other. We just kind of looked at each other. And we didn't look at each other. We just kind of, we couldn't keep our eyes off it. And when she's just like, yeah, sure.
Perfect.
So, good on you, Meatloaf. If it wasn't for you, I've never seen
boobies,
the most beautiful pair of boobs I've ever seen at a young age. And, yeah, and the memories of my father. So,
dad and boobs,
which kind of go hand in hand. My dad liked boobs too. I mean, he was a dad. So yeah. Besides that, you don't have any good Meatloaf stories. No, you're not a big fan of the Meatloaf.
No.
Excuse me. His name was Robert Paulson.
Oh,
his
I'm sorry,
name was
Bobby.
Robert Paulson. His
Okay.
name was Robert
His
Paulson.
name was Robert Paulson.
That's right. In Fight Club, when someone in Project Mayhem, when someone dies.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, there was that, and then also another big bucket of win, as Kevin Smith would say, to Louis Anderson. We also lost too.
Yes.
Show me tits. Show me boobs. Should have done that before.
Oh, ding ding, winner.
It's time for the family feud. My dad used to hit me with whiskey bottles. He was one of my. He was one that was just like everybody used to make fun of him, but like, if you remember that young comedian special where like all those guys broke, like Kinnison, Dice,
Right.
Bob Saget, who we just lost. He was on one of the. He was
Dude,
one
I
of
remember
those.
watching those HBO young comedian specials, all that shit, and like recording it, hooking it up to a tape deck, recording it so you'd be like, okay, I want to listen to this over and over. I know I've watched it, but I need to be able to listen to it. I know what it looks like.
Yeah, I know. I could just picture it in my head, like all those skits. Like that was like one of the things where, when I was young, like the whole family would sit down, and I just remember my mother, my father, me, my brother, just laughing our asses off at those specials. And Louis was one of them. My favorite one is we talked about it before. He goes, people going to me and go, do you think he knows he's this big? Like I just walked into the mirror and looked at a mirror and went, oh no, show me boobs.
Pulled a Scott Calvin.
Yes, that's my Louis Anderson.
I woke up one morning, I was Santa.
It's the Mrs. Claus. Go jump in front of a train. Jump in front of the Polar Express and kill yourself.
You know what's funny is I know there's people who actually like the fucking one with Jack Frost.
Jack Frost.
Is that the third one?
Oh,
maybe?
is that the one with Murders in the Room guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only murders live here. Only murders in the building.
Murders in my asshole.
You heard
Martin
it here. He
Short.
wants his asshole murdered.
Martin Short. It was, and I don't think I've ever. We did do our lovely holiday special, but I am not a big fan of like holiday movies. And
Oh, I love me some holiday movies.
I mean, obviously Elf and A Christmas Story. Did you hear that they're doing a sequel to Christmas Story with the original Ralphie?
They did. There's a Christmas Story too.
We're not going to talk about that, son.
Oh, is that we're pretending that's like Toy Story 2?
I think this is like a requel. Like,
No, I'm sorry, Cars 2. It's like Cars
yeah.
2.
We don't
never happened.
We don't discuss Cars 2. Yeah, no, I read that today too, and I
That
was
and
like,
Hocus Pocus 2 comes out this year.
why?
Dude, look, I was going to go in a different order, but I'm going to fucking go there now because I got my list of shit that like just a couple of things that are supposed to be coming out this year that some of which I am really stoked and excited to see.
Yeah.
But some of which there's all this hype about it. I'm like, I really don't care that much.
Okay. Oh, so these are things that are coming up that everybody's excited about, but you could give two shits about?
Well, some of them are ones that I'm excited about. Like,
Okay.
and again, you got to keep in mind, some of them at this point have already, since I made the list for this year, have come out.
Okay.
Like, on the list is Peacemaker.
Yes. We gushed last week about how awesome Peacemaker is, and we did watch the latest episode, which, I mean, it does not disappoint.
Hence the...
I don't even like when my balls are in somebody's mouth, okay? It
I
gives
do,
me the
though.
wrong type of chills.
No, it gives me the right type of chills.
I mean,
I'll take those chills any day.
You always told that was one of the phrases I always quote you on. It's like my bestie always says this is I shave my balls because I hope somebody will lick them.
That's right. Why do you shave your balls? Because I hope someone will lick them and I don't want them going...
Oh, that's the worst. You don't want like a...
That's like that old joke. What's the last thing you hear before a pubic hair hits the ground?
What's that? Oh, God. Thank God. Thank God that everybody manscapes and womenscapes now.
You know what, though?
I mean, I've licked some bush that looked like your face.
No, that was my face.
Oh,
It was the
okay.
Traveling Virus show.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen some bushes that look like our beards.
So I was very excited about Peacemaker. Another one. I don't even know. I'm not even going to go in any particular order.
Nah, we don't judge here.
I'm pretty stoked about Knives Out too.
Really? I've never seen the first one.
Oh, it's so good. You need to see it. It's really good. It's basically like Clue on steroids, I guess.
Okay. We all love Clue. I mean, going back to Rocky Horror, Tim Curry is one of my favorites.
Wait, hold on.
Can I help you, sir? Yes, what is this? Huh? This is whack. I can't get jiggy with this shit.
I thought you were dead.
Because is Tim Curry still alive?
No,
Yeah, right. I thought he was dead.
I know he's
Hold
very ill. He's got.
Hey Siri, is Tim Curry still alive? See if she knows.
Tim Curry was born April 19th, 1946, and is 75 years old.
I guess he's still alive.
He is. I know that he has a really bad, like he
had a
can't
stroke.
talk, and he's which is a shame. And Tim Curry is a national treasure between Pennywise, the OG Pennywise, Frankenfooter, and Clue. Those are the three right there.
And
Legends, and then also Rooster from Annie.
That's right.
Yeah.
The other thing I'm excited about, a little excited about the Flash movie, but not too much. Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
In the Multiverse of Madness. Probably because of Xander, I'm excited about the new Jurassic World.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of the Chris Pratt ones.
Yeah, well, that's where I told Kate. It's like these are like your requels. They're rebooting the series with a sequel.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh,
Because
we had to explain. Like, she's like, I don't know that she didn't know, but I don't think she understood what we were saying when we're talking about movies that are requels. Like the other movie I just saw, Scream, is more of a requel than a sequel, straight up sequel, because the whole new cast going through.
Now, how was that? I was gonna go see it.
So good.
It was good. Yeah.
I will get to that though.
Okay. Well, teaser.
I'm just gonna try and go pretty quick through this. I'm pretty sure, and you can check me on this on the phone. I think the new Clerks movie comes out this year too.
It does. It comes out in the fall, and
I'm so excited about that.
They don't have a date on it yet, but I did listen to Fat Man Beyond, and he did say that it was They don't have a definite date yet, but he's thinking fall for that. Oh yeah, that's
super excited for Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, a little Lady Thor action, a little Taika.
And coming in at 2 hours and 47 minutes, The Batman. So that's my super excited list. The ones that everybody's like hyping, that I'm like, whatever, I'll go see. I mean, superhero movies, they got my money.
Always.
But the Black Panther movie,
I just want to see what they're going to do with it, because
and that's why I'm not that excited, guys. I have no idea, and it's like that. Like it's again like the Batman being 2 hours 47 minutes. It could be the best 2 hours and fucking 47 minutes sitting in a theater, or it could be total shit.
Yeah. I have a feeling it's not going to be shit because you got Matt Reeves and everything, and
I pray.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, and that's the tough thing about movies now too. And I experienced that with Spider-Man and some of these other Spider-Man the most, that you're just so for a year. Everyone's like, what's going to happen? I can't wait. What's going? Yes, they're analyzing trailers, and then it's like by the time you get it could be the best fucking movie in the world, but it's never going to reach that hype level that you're like.
And that's what we said. Where I said that's why I enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy so much, because I'm like, I have no expectations of anything for this movie.
And that'll surprise you. Like we had talked. I don't know if we talked about it on the pod, but I did finally see the Eternals, which you did not like. I think I went in with low I went in with low expectations, thinking, because I'm like, all right, my bestie says it sucks, so I'll give it a shot. I'm a completist, right?
And I went in with high expectations.
I went in and I was like, you know what? That was pretty cool. Like, it wasn't your typical Marvel fare, you know. Like they're at this point where they're running out of characters, It
just seemed like a setup.
Yeah, it was like a set. Now, is it a movie I'll go back to? Probably not. It's going to fall within that, Captain Marvel kind of thing where it's like, okay, I saw it.
If I'm watching the entire series from like start, all the Marvel movies from all the phases, then you got to watch it.
Yeah, and it was entertaining enough where it kept my attention, and I wasn't like, oh my god, this is dog shit, But yeah, that one. I'll tell you something. I am super excited about, and I am going to go home this weekend.
Is it okay?
Oh, are we still on movies? Or we can like movies
on my list of really excited? Ozark.
Yes, it came out today.
I watched the first episode.
Yeah, I heard first 5 minutes. Bonkers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marty Bird.
Marty Bird.
I love that show, and I was like, even last night, it was Thursday night.
7 episodes in that part 1.
It's a bingey, so it's going to have all of them on there, right?
No, well, it's 2 parts.
Yeah,
Season 4, part 1 is 7 episodes.
Yeah, I think they're going to do the 7 and 7. But I mean, I'm freaking excited. I love that show. I got sucked into that, and I was just like, oh my God. I think I was a late bloomer to it. I think maybe I was caught on like season 2 or something like that, but it was.
Me too.
Yeah, I tend to do that.
Everybody talked about it. They're like, oh, it's so good. You got to watch it. It's great. And I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like that show, fucking Succession. I got to episode 2, and I was like,
yeah, I never watched.
Everybody talks that show up. It's like Kieran Culkin's in. It's like, it's a fucking great show. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. Everybody's raving about it. And I was like,
yeah. You know what I think it is the curse too? And as much as I love my mother, when she recommends something, I immediately just go, no.
Oh, does she watch?
She's like, do you watch The Succession? I'm like, no. She's like, oh, you have to watch it. It's so good. And I'm like,
watch the first episode and you will want to punch yourself in the fucking dick because it's just, they're so annoying. And I'll get to it, like how annoying when I get to my new stuff this week. And really quick, the last couple of things that are like, there's big hype on them. Mm-hmm. Secret Wars. I don't know that I care that much. I think I've cared about as much about that as I did What If. I was excited for What If, but watching, I was like,
Secret Wars? Yeah. I mean, it's a big arc in the comic series.
Yeah. Well, are they going back and now they're going to go, well, guess what? You know, the scroll. They were evil. Aquaman, the new Aquaman movie. I'm like,
I didn't see the first one. I could care less.
All I'm going to say is giant squid playing drums.
My man.
Moonlight. The Moon Knight series?
Moonlight. Yeah, that one with Bruce Willis.
That's right. Moonlighting.
No, Moon Knight. I was going to say that trailer.
Man.
My man. Moon Knight looks fucking
dude, that other podcast,
insane.
The podcast I listened to, Multiverse Fancast.
Yeah.
They fucking hit the nail on the head. They're like, I'm just so over Surfer Bro Aquaman.
Yeah. I mean, he did. I'll give him that. Like, he did make Aquaman cool.
Right.
But he's just a caricature. Like, he's just, I don't know. I mean, I had no interest in, a whole Aquaman movie,
Again, Morbius living vampire. I just feel like it's going to be a giant steaming dump. It's gonna everybody's going to pay money. They're going to pay big fucking money to go see it because there's going to be like, they're going to throw fucking what's his name?
They're going to throw an Andrew Garfield or a Toby in there.
And everybody's going to go see it because he's in it, but then it's going to be like, in my opinion, what Venom was. It was like, okay, this isn't really a fucking Venom movie, and it's kind of shit when you really think about it.
Yeah, well, it's an interesting thing. I had heard something on the way here. I was driving, listening to one of my podcast shows, The Big Thing, which I love.
I'm an idiot.
What'd you do?
I'm like, where the fuck is my cup of coffee? It's like holding my paper up. It's like my paper's leaning on my cup of coffee.
I was listening to one of my favorite podcasts, The Big Thing, and they were talking about they do these things, these rewatch series where they rewatch movies and they're watching all the Batman movies in gearing up for
the Batman,
right? So they did Batman 89, and now they're on Batman Returns, and they were talking about. It was an interesting theory where it's just like some people, believe it or not, there are some people that don't really go for like the Nolan Batmans and the dark gritty Batmans. Right. They want their Adam West goofy freaking
Batman 66.
Yeah, so there is an audience for that, and I think somebody had mentioned, he said that's kind of like what the Venom movies are.
Right.
Venom movies are like for that 90s kid that loved the 90s crazy like it's a 90s movie that they do. So there's an audience for it. Obviously, they're making billions of dollars, but for some people like myself, I still haven't seen any of the Venom movies because I'm like, I really don't have an interest in it. Like I will eventually.
All those comic book movies.
Yeah,
got my money. Like Batgirl. They're making that Batgirl movie, and I'm like, that comes out this year.
Well, the reason I'm gonna go see it is because
boobs.
Well, boobs. But have you seen her costume?
It's the Batman 66 costume.
Hell yeah. I don't know who played Batgirl. I mean, I'm sure one of our goofy friends will let us know, but...
Shagger Dave.
Yeah, Shagger
Nobody's
Dave.
even here. Where is everybody?
I don't know. Where is everybody? God damn it. We're just
You
talking
know
around.
what? Let me make sure this is re-streaming properly.
I mean, I did get my notification.
Okay, you got your notifications.
I don't know.
But I mean, I don't know if I am or I'm not because I don't know that much about it. But and again, another movie, they got my money, but I don't know how excited I am about it. In the new Spider-Verse movie.
Yeah. I mean, you're not like
I'm on the fence. It's like Batgirl. I'm on the fence. I don't know if I am or I'm not because I'm apprehensive about how crappy it's going to be. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, I mean that Into the Spider-Verse, the first one was like a perfect movie.
Oh yeah.
I think people hype it up way more than.
And now you have like you said, you have high expectations for it.
Super high expectations for that movie. And I'll be honest, people rant, oh, it's my favorite Spider-Man movie. It's good. I love the Miles Morales story.
Leslie Grace.
Leslie Grace?
That's who plays Batgirl.
The new Batgirl, or I'm talking the 1966 Batgirl.
Oh.
Oh, that was like when you saw that motorcycle go by on a Batman episode.
Which Batgirl?
There were a couple.
Yeah. Wasn't there?
No, I think there was only... You're thinking Catwoman, there was a couple.
I thought there... Okay, you're right.
Oh my God, that was a childhood crush to this day. You put on a Batgirl costume in that 66 Batgirl costume.
Fucking Julie Newmar.
Yeah.
Not sad.
Oh, God, Sam Kilogram. I've been trying to get a girl in that outfit for years. Manal, if you're listening, please. Get a Yes, get a Batgirl suit, will you? I'm already like head over heels with you, but you put that thing on, I'll be your freaking Sally for the rest of the way. Oh my goodness! But anyway,
I'm not on my tech game today, so I can't just like pop it on the screen.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Hey man, you're doing what you're doing. But yeah, those are a lot of good things, man. There's some good stuff.
Really quick, Avatar 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Blue fucking cats in the woods fucking. And I didn't know this was coming until I looked into it, so I don't know how I feel about it, but they're remaking Salem's Lot.
Again?
Yeah. I don't know why.
I don't know. I mean, are we really running out of that many ideas?
Yes, we are.
And apparently. They're really trying to hit that nostalgia button on us, which, I mean, it works. It works, but, there are people that have original ideas. Case in point, in Ozark or something like that, where it's like, give that shit a chance.
Or at least take a premise from a story and retool it so that we don't recognize it as the copy of the original.
Yeah. I mean,
and I don't mean do a West Side Story, because West Side Story, as we all know, is just fucking Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah. It's weird. I mean, what's the statute of limitations before you can remake or requill something?
2 years.
2 years.
Fuck if I know.
I don't know. Like,
it's Hollywood. As soon as like somebody's like, we got to get productions going. We need to get money. What's something quick and easy we can remake?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Spider-Man. Case in point. Like after that, it was just like, wait, we're getting another Spider-Man origin. I mean, if I see Uncle Ben fucking die again, thank God Marvel didn't do it.
I said that to my class today. I forget what we were talking about, but I was like, look, it's like, if you give me a Spider-Man movie where I got to see how Peter Parker becomes Spider-Man again, I'm going to scream, because I've seen it enough times. Don't waste a half an hour of a movie building up to show me that he gets bit by a fucking radioactive spider. Everybody who's sitting in that theater, there's nobody in that theater who does not know that story.
Yeah,
if
my grandmother knew that story.
I got 5 other movies you can go see before you see that, including the Indian Spider-Man.
Yes. Okay, you want to do a bet over under on the Batman if they do that? Because Batman has been the worst. Every iteration of Batman, I have to see Thomas and Martha Wayne get shot.
How'd your parents die?
Even in Joker, who Batman was not even in it.
Yep.
They shot the Waynes. Like, we know.
Wait, Damon? Marlon? They're dead?
Yes. I thought they were dead.
I don't want to see the Wayneses die. They're so funny. In living color. Genius.
Which one's the bald one?
I don't know.
They're all the same. I just love them all. I celebrate their entire catalog.
I love that movie, White Girls.
Yes.
What a piece of shit.
Piece of shit. A fucking shit. That totally lost my train of thought. Oh, if they shoot fucking the Waynes again, I can't. They did it. Okay, let's review.
That's why I
they
can't
did
wait
it
for fucking Flash. They're doing Flashpoint in Flash. So to watch fucking
Well, Thomas Wayne is supposed
Thomas
to be
Wayne
Batman.
live, and he goes on to become Batman to avenge the death of his wife and kid.
Yeah.
So to watch that shit, and that's where I hope they fucking. I don't know if they're gonna
Flash,
bring.
yeah,
I don't know if they're
everybody's-
gonna bring Michael Keaton in as like our Batman from the Michael Keaton Batman, or are they gonna go? You know what? No, you're gonna be Thomas Wayne.
See, that's
Flashpoint.
be interesting. I don't know if they're going to do that. If they'll do that, because Batfleck is going to be in it too.
Oh, I bet he is.
Yeah,
he
well,
said it's the last time he's putting the suit on.
Yeah, he confirmed that he's doing it. So I don't know, but yeah, I mean, Batman '89, we see him get shot. The Nolan verse, see him get shot. Batman v Superman, the Waynes get shot. Gotham, they show him get shot. Joker, they show them. I'm like, we know. If I have to see those pearls flying,
you know
over
where
me,
we haven't seen him get shot?
What?
Pennyworth. Did you ever watch it?
No.
Oh, it was so good.
Was it really a show about Alfred the butler?
You mean Alfred, the British spy, former war hero? Because that's who he always was.
Oh, okay. I couldn't.
They get,
I mean,
I
just
they get into the
couldn't.
whole origin of like why he's a butler. Like his dad was a butler. It was a good show.
Is it done? Or are they like?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I didn't see it.
But you know what? They wrapped it up nicely with a bow. I mean, come on, they got Aleister Crowley in it doing fucking satanic rituals.
Nice. All right,
Exactly.
well, maybe I will have to give that a go then. I don't know. I goofed on it, but you know.
Just like I saw that there's a trailer for this fucking movie. I don't know if you ever watched Criminal Minds, the most streamed show all of last year.
My daughter loves Criminal Minds,
So-
and I've watched a bunch of episodes. I do dig it.
There's one of the guys, what's his name? The one who plays, oh god. Anyway, he's got this movie where he plays like this guy who was like a jock in high school who now is like Wiccan.
Okay.
I don't know.
Which one is it in Criminal Minds?
Oh my god.
Is it the young guy, the young nerdy guy?
Yeah.
Because my daughter has a life-size cutout of that guy in her room.
You
Yes.
have to show me a picture of that because my kids love. Oh my god, there's a lot of trailers up here.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? Oh. Anyway, I'm not gonna waste. Oh, King Knight.
King Knight.
Yeah, is the name of the movie. It's that guy
Matthew
Matthew
Gray?
Goobler,
Goobler. Is that him?
the Gibbler.
Yeah, I don't know. King Knight.
Yeah. See,
Oh, okay.
I don't know if this will get us fucking here. I'll pod this. Take that
We're
off.
so lucky
yeah.
to have found each other.
Luck had nothing
Like
to do with
they're.
To the great
I know this is
horror
amazing
gods.
for everybody listening,
Yeah.
but it's that guy in this movie. It's looks pretty funny.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Because next time when I go pick up Violet tomorrow, I will take a picture of it and send it to you. She does have a life. That's
should
not
show
her
her that trailer,
favorite. She
too.
likes the African American gentleman.
I wonder if
in that show.
so does my wife.
Baby girl.
Dude, my wife pulled one of those like, if I did that, you'd fucking smack the shit out of me. Because I was showing the kids the scene of I was talking about the scene from Peacemaker with John Cena. Hi, I work with the famous Peacemaker, right? And my wife goes, "Is that John Cena?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why?" She goes, "Oh." I was like, "What?" She's like, "Oh, I don't know. He's got his shirt off." She's getting all hot and bothered. I was
Did you
like,
see the scene in his tidy whities there?
"I'll show it to her some other time."
I mean, no offense to Mr. Cena, but it looked like there was like a bag of marbles in there. It didn't look like.
Anyway, yeah, I am not going to judge. 'Cause
Hey, look, I'm a heterosexual male, but I can appreciate a good piece. I didn't see a good piece.
So I don't know what we're talking about up to that with the Batman and Michael Keaton or something.
We went into a dark place,
I always do.
which is fine. But yeah, we didn't mention anything. I mean, we talked about the death of two greats. We talked about the first time I saw tits in the real flesh, as opposed to on a magazine.
Right.
Talked about anticipated stuff. I mean, we didn't even. Is there
didn't
anything
know.
Anything new that's
Yeah.
going on with you? What's
So,
going on, man?
I peeked at a couple of things. A series on HBO called Music Box. It's kind of a music documentary thing. I watched one or two of them. I was just like,
Okay.
not one or two. I watched most of one and kind of got bored with it.
Mm-hmm.
and some of the other, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. And probably people we know are going to yell at us because, like, you have no idea, you don't appreciate it. There's actually another thing. I watched one episode that I could stand most of it on, I think it's on Netflix. It's called 90s, The Deadliest Decade.
Really?
It's all about, like, the spree, like, all these different murder things going on during the 90s. Different murderers.
And that's on Netflix?
I think it's either Netflix or HBO.
90s, the deadliest decade. That sounds good.
Decade.
I've always been an 80s kid, but like for some reason the 90s, or maybe because I'm getting older, but like the 90s are starting to, creep into my catalog. Like,
Well, yeah,
damn, the 90s had some good music too.
There's some show coming out that's kind of like that 70s show. But
Oh, it's on Hulu.
Yeah, Hulu. Oh, and they do a bunch of different murders. It's the Lone Star. The new girl, the one I really watched was Death of an Angel, which deals with the club kids in New York City, and they show the Limelight.
Really?
It's all about the kids who hung out the Limelight and all the Lords of Chaos, which is a Florida thing, and
Lords of Chaos was that
OC.
book about the Norwegian death metal. Have
Right.
you ever seen that movie? Well, I've read the book, but they did it.
Kieran Culkin, right? He's in it, or is it the all Norwegian cast one? There's one with Kieran Culkin where he plays like a death metal guy, and
I think that's the one I saw. It was actually really good.
I have to watch it.
Yeah, it was. I've read the book before the movies, and the movies were. Yeah, I think that's it came out. It came out a while ago, but it was a good movie.
It's called The Lords of Chaos.
Yes, Lords of Chaos. Yeah, it's just based on that book. I remember somebody lending it to me. Yeah, that one with the black. I mean, people can't see this, but yeah, that's the one. That's the
Rory
Culkin. That's actually really good. That movie.
Jack Kilmer.
Yeah,
Val Kilmer's kid.
Yeah, it's really good.
Now I really got to watch that. Putting it on the list.
Yeah, I mean it's
True story.
True story.
The other thing,
real world there for you.
The other thing we already talked about was Scream.
Yes,
you haven't seen it yet.
I have not seen it yet.
I love it because it's so meta. They make fun of Scream trilogy.
Yeah,
because they have that movie in there called Stab.
Yeah, the Stab.
But
series.
they make fun of the Stab series, but like point out things that they're doing in that movie. So it's like really funny. And it was just a nice passing of the torch. And I have something here that's a spoiler, so I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I don't know when I'm ever gonna see it. So
really?
Yeah, I want to see it. My damn daughter, who's the horror movie freak, Violet, she already saw it. So we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch. It's funny because I said, "Did you see any of the other Scream movies?" She said, "I saw the first one."
Oh.
I was like, "Well, we gotta watch Scream 2."
Yeah, because you gotta watch all of them because then you understand what they're talking about in the new one.
Yeah, like she hasn't seen 2, 3, and 4, and I'm like, "Well, I guess I know what we're doing this weekend."
You watch 2, 3, and 4 with her, and then you say, "Now you come to the theater and rewatch that one, and you'll appreciate it a little bit more."
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I do want to see it though, because you know me, I'm a horror movie.
There's just a lot of your typical Scream misdirects, and they play off of the oh, don't do that. They always come through the or all right, I'm gonna go check in the basement. I'll be right back. I know you never say I'll be right back.
Yeah,
they make fun of all that.
Yeah, all those movies have been really meta. That I remember.
That's what I like about them.
The first Scream in the theater. Mm-hmm. I have fond memories of that because we were the
John Carpenter, right?
No, it's Wes Craven. He's done them all. This is the first. This new one is the first one that Kevin Williamson and Wes Craven have no part of it.
Right.
Which people were like, "Oh fuck, what are they gonna do?"
You know what? It was good.
That's what I heard, and I heard Dewey is actually a badass in this movie as opposed to just a goofy freaking. He's.
I gotta get my gun.
Yeah, he's like the goofy deputy. Now he's actually decent, but yeah, I remember the first one only for the fact that I saw it in the theater. The reason I remember it so much is because that's with my band Proud Society when we went on tour.
Right.
And, when you're on tour and, you play a gig in St. Louis and the next one is here and you got nothing to do. We saw every movie in the theater that month because we had nothing else to do. And I remember... I forget what even city we were in. I think we were in like Colorado or something like that. And we're like, all right, well, it's 2:00 in the afternoon. You're not playing till, you don't have to be there till 8. You're like, well, what are you going to do? So we said, well, let's go see a movie. And then they were like, oh, this movie Scream is playing. And I had no idea what it was. You know, it was before freaking cell
there's no
phones and internet and shit. So we're like, yeah, all right, I'll check this out, you know. And I loved it. I was like, oh my God, this movie was great, you know. And so I always have fond memories of the first Scream just because that was one of the movies I went in completely blind. And it brings me back to when we were on tour, which was
again back
awesome.
to that. I had no expectations, so it exceeded all expectations.
It's tough, man. It's tough now at movies like to keep those blinders on because you don't want to
Because you're
get
constantly
spoiled.
bombarded with it too.
Yeah, I mean, I get to the point now where I'll watch trailers, which I love trailers. I always love trailers. Even when I go to the movies now, I'm like, we have to get there early so I can watch the trailers. Even though I've seen them online 100 times, it doesn't matter. I love to see trailers. I cut myself off when they start doing the TV spots because I'm like, because then they keep showing a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and you're like, dude, by the time I get in there,
then you watch the web shows that are like they're like, we've broken down every little thing. See that? That's a little. It's like, oh my God, I went through this last week. But then you get those ones that take all the trailers, everything that just before the movie comes out, they're like, we're gonna break it down for you here, and they put them all together and point out all the similarities and differences. That must mean that this and this shot, which looks like this one, they were probably shot at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, give me a trailer. I mean, everybody, obviously, you get excited for a movie, and you're like, oh, my God, a new trailer. Oh, my God, I got to watch this and get more information. But at the same time, it's like I miss the points of, like, when you used to watch a trailer, you would only see it in the theater, and maybe you'd catch a little glimpse of it on TV, like those, like, 15-second spots and stuff. But, like, for the most part, these movies don't...
Are you looking at what I'm looking at?
Carol Baskin.
No, but you know what it is?
Killed her husband, whacked him.
Dude. It's a show.
This is who we've been after.
Oh.
Whoever you are, we're coming for you.
She wants to mess with me. I can mess with her.
I seriously thought it was a Saturday Night Live trailer.
Baskin! I thought it was hilarious. It was fucking hilarious, wasn't it?
Oh my God.
They made a show. Not the document. They made an actual, like, dramatized show.
Sit down and talk. We can come to an understanding.
Wait, was that Aubrey Plaza?
I mean,
it's got Aubrey Plaza in it, I'm in.
War.
Oh, Kyle MacLachlan?
It's got Kate McKinnon in it, who I have.
It's got Kyle MacLachlan. I don't care. I think we're gonna get kicked off of YouTube for that.
Manal, earmuffs. Kate McKinnon.
Haba.
I don't know why.
Dude,
Ever since I saw her in
Plaza.
that female Ghostbusters, I was like, God damn.
It's got Aubrey. If that's Aubrey Plaza, I am so in.
I mean, I'll watch any
She
of
a
that
freak.
stuff. I mean,
the only other things I watched this week was I watched a new show called what the fuck is it called? I got it right here. Hold on. It's called Single Drunk Female.
Single drunk. I think I heard something about that.
Yeah, she's like all fucked up drunk kind of thing, and then she like goes to rehab, gets drunk, and then she's moving back in her mom and back into Boston and
Back in Boston. Okay, so that's
it's all about her getting her shit together and sober and
okay. Yeah, it's been there, done that.
and it's like a half-hour sitcom kind of thing. I watched, speaking of half-hour sitcom, I watched the first 2 episodes of How I Met Your Father.
Oh, I heard about that.
The reboot of the Hilary Duff career. Alleged.
Like I said, no more freaking original ideas. Nope.
But you know what? They're not trying to pretend like it's like a requel of this TV show. It happens.
It's the other perspective.
Well, no, because it takes place during 2020 with a flash forward to like 2050.
Oh,
and it's Kim Cattrall as the mom telling the kids the story. And it flashes back to the 2020 where Hilary Duff is Kim Cattrall's character. And, you know, and,
those kids must be bored as shit hearing all these fucking stories.
Well, yeah. And the you
just
know,
like our audience is right now.
the one guy in the show lives in the old apartment.
Okay.
So it's like that there's a connection between the two. It's not like trying to pretend like the How I Met Your Mother didn't happen.
Gotcha. Okay. You're going to have to draw me a map later because I don't think I can follow this.
I'll draw you a map to the G-spot.
Oh, X marks the spot, mister. Yeah, I haven't watched anything new. I've just been sticking with the ones we've talked about. I'm trying to think if I watched anything new as far as like TV-wise. I mean, I'm going to freaking go home, get my tidy whities, and watch me some freaking Ozark all weekend.
Well, yeah, hey, look, right there. Ozark. I got the 7
Oh, you got all
episodes sitting
7
right
there.
Yep.
Nice.
Call Me Cat, Be Positive. Ghost. These all these stupid sitcoms I watch.
What's that thing with the midget? No, anyway.
That's scat porn. The only other new thing I watched, and it's not even new. I finally got like the perks of being in the club. I got my access to like all the SAG screeners.
Ooh.
There's actually an app, and you can put it on your Apple TV, and then you put in your code, and now you can have just direct access on your Apple TV to all the screeners for your consideration. I'm not a big muckety muck. I'm just like, hey, here's the things that are up. Here's access to them if you don't already have access. But I watched King Richard.
Great movie, right?
It was. It made me think that their fucking dad had no fucking clue though what he was doing, and he was just making it up as he went along. I don't think he ever had a plan.
No, you
it's
don't
part
think
of the plan.
so?
I wrote the plan down, and I did. You know how I knew this was gonna happen? I put it in my plan. It was in the plan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're full of shit. You're just fucking flying by the seat of your pants, making it up as you go along. And I get they don't get too much into the fact that they mention it. He was an athlete and she was an athlete when they were younger. The father and mother.
Oh yeah, okay.
Which is where he got his we gonna train.
Yeah, we're gonna train.
It sounded like fucking. I want to say one of the Wayans brothers in some movie where they.
We already talked about the death of the Waynes.
No, but. I want to be in the movie. I'll be in the movie. I'll be in the movies.
It's in the plan.
It's in the plan. I put it in the plan.
Are you talking about that in Living Color where they had the prisoner?
Yeah.
Where he'd make up his own words?
He'd make up his own words. That's what the dad said.
Well, indubitably, I would say, in conjunction with the asparagus,
irrespectivizations.
Yeah.
I just feel like they, I don't know if it's what Will Smith was going for, if they were going for with it, because I can't imagine that Venus and Serena didn't have some final say over what actually how it's portrayed.
Well, I heard Venus and Serena, they went on the record saying he nailed it. That's how their father was.
Okay.
He's pretty much he embodied that character.
And I don't know if he was trying to get across what it came across to me is the dad kept talking about this plan I made this plan, I wrote this plan.
I'm sure
I've never seen the written plan. And I really feel like the dad was just what's next? We'll figure this shit out. We're gonna do this.
Yeah, we're gonna go here, you're gonna hit some balls, and then we're gonna do this, and no, that's okay. Who was the first one that hit before? So it was
Venus. Yeah, Daddy.
Your balls are showing.
Bubble Tuna.
Oh, yeah,
Venus hit first, and then he said to Serena, he goes, "Your sister, she's gonna be number one. She's gonna be number one everywhere, but you're gonna be the greatest that ever was, because it's in my plan.
It's in my plan. I wrote it down.
I wrote it down in my plan, and I said that in my plan.
It's like the famous Bob Saget joke where he goes, I read it somewhere. I wrote it down and then I read it.
Men can
I believe
breastfeed.
everything. I believe everything.
I read it. Men can breastfeed. I wrote it on a piece of paper and I read it, so it has to be true. Read it on the internet.
If it was on the internet, it's got to be true.
I read it on redstick.com.
Follow the logic, everyone.
I read it on letsgobrandon.com.
Let's go, Brandon. This lovely man with a torch said, though, it was like a tiki torch. I don't understand why he was walking around with it with a red hat. But, I believe everything that the guy, because he had fire on the end of a tiki torch. And, storm the Capitol, everybody. Because,
And he was a unicorn, but except he had two horns. So he was like a human theft.
He had like Big Willie Johnson sticking right out his head. Going back to the Young Comedian special. See, we bring it full circle, everybody. We bring it all back full circle.
I think that's all I got on my list.
Yeah, the only thing we didn't really talk about, music-wise, obviously, Meatloaf. There's always room for Meatloaf. A guy at work, he didn't realize that he made a meatloaf sandwich, and he was very excited. He was like, I'm giving tribute to Meatloaf.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, pal. Yeah, but as far as, music goes, I know we say it all the time.
That's delicious.
With new releases and stuff, it's all about singles these days, which is kind of lame.
So bad.
One of my favorite bands Hot Water Music just came out with another single, Collect Things and Run. Oh my God, I'm gonna put that on the. I'm doing it right now on air.
I feel like I recently put something on the list that I wanted to talk about, or maybe I did or I didn't. I can't remember.
I'm putting it on right now.
But I don't know. I just don't feel like there's a lot of music going on.
Yeah, it's there's nothing really that I'm like. We talk about anticipated movies and TV and stuff like that, but it's like album wise, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Oh, I was gonna bring up something to you music wise. It's not
everybody.
It's not on any of the the Spotify's or anything like that.
Oh, that reminds me.
But one of our favorite bands that we both enjoy, Fucked Up, released a live version of David Comes to Life.
Right.
Yeah.
They did a tour of it, didn't they?
They're still doing the tour.
Okay.
But I did see they have it on Bandcamp that you can purchase. It's basically the whole David Comes to Life live at this show in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Which, I listened to some of it. Bandcamp. Just look at Bandcamp, where everybody, people, if you are, if you're into local artists and stuff like that, please download their stuff on Bandcamp.
Yeah, because that goes directly to the artists.
It does, and especially on Fridays, they did that a lot during COVID, where they would say the first Friday of every month they waive all the fees for the artists, right? 'Cause they really don't take that much. I mean, you get the majority of the money, but they waive it all on there. So if you get a chance, if there's a band that you like, local, please go on Bandcamp. I mean, it's great streaming it on Spotify, and please, my music, my friends' music, definitely, stream the crap out of it. But if you really want to support artists, I'm putting my flag out there and say, go to Bandcamp, download their stuff.
Sorry, go to Bandcamp.
Go to Bandcamp. This one time in Bandcamp, I stuck a tuba in my ass.
I thought it was
go there and support the artist because, hey, man, it ain't cheap. But yeah, that's the only thing I really saw. I mean, Hot Water Music came out with a single. Was there anything else that came out with a single? I forget.
Do All Words Can Do? The fuck? Do All Words Can Do? Is that March 2022?
What's that?
Fucked Up.
Oh, it's a new album by them?
Yeah, they got 2 songs already up on Bandcamp from the new album. This is a pre-order. Purchase now and get a complete album the moment it's released. B-sides and rarities from the era of Fucked Up's opus, David Comes to Life, featuring 9 songs previously only available on 7-inch vinyl.
Oh, okay. So they're re-releasing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I guarantee, ready, watch this. Let's see if this... You think this will set off the...
Less than 30 seconds, it's fair use.
That's right.
So,
is it, though? How long did I do that for? I don't even fucking know. Who cares?
That's what we used to do. We used to play clips, and it's fair use.
19 seconds. Yeah. No, but YouTube, not with YouTube, though. YouTube, like, when you post a video, it runs it through its fucking analytics. Because I posted the video of I shaved my body.
Oh, yeah.
And I posted that, and it's like the first thing YouTube does is like, hold on, we're analyzing your video for copyright infringement.
Oh, yeah.
So
I know we did get takedown. The Dongardelli one definitely got taken.
There was something we did too. No, not on YouTube though, but there was something.
That was TikTok. Yeah,
there was something we did that like I happened to play a song on my phone, not realizing it was hooked into the board, and it was like a Beatles song. And it played like 20 seconds of a Beatles song, and the whole thing got red flagged and like pulled down and not even demonetized. It got like, no, this is not going on YouTube.
Oh well. Hey, for those 10 people
and that was YouTube. two things. That was how I knew fucking Walking Dead World Beyond was a great show because they have fucking fucked up in the show.
Yes. Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is a great show. And much to my sadness, Milo Goes to College is no longer on Spotify.
Shut the front door.
Now, there's some theories that it's because the 25th anniversary of it is coming up.
Okay.
Is it 25th? I think so. But that they're coming out with like a special release version
Oh yeah, look at that. It's not on there.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, though, if they do a 25th anniversary release of... Give me the date of Milo Goes to College. I think it's 25 years this year.
I
or 35 years. Or 40. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, Enjoy was 86.
Yeah. So, but there's theory that they're releasing a like special edition, and that's why they pulled it, so that they'll replace it with the special edition one when it comes out. But, God, hold on. Rub my nipples. Oh, yeah. If the Descendants decide to jump on board with one of those, we're going on tour and we're going to just play the entire album.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit, I'm in. And especially if they're like, we're going to come out and we're going to do like, how long is that album? Like, not even an hour, right? 40 minutes?
Yeah. Hey, look, its release date, Milo Goes to College came out September 4th, 1982.
So
it's 40
years.
40-year anniversary.
So there's rumor that it was March, or, no, September. That there's like some 40th anniversary edition coming out and they'll replace it with that. But if they go on tour and we're just playing that album from start to finish.
Oh
my God.
We followed them before.
Anybody need
will
a kidney?
follow them
Anybody
then.
want a kidney? I got a kidney you can have.
Well, that's the beauty of that band too. Like
$30 for a ticket.
Yeah, it's gonna be cheap. So yeah, that's exciting. That's interesting how it just disappeared. Like I had no idea, but
Me neither. The Descendants page, was it either the subreddit or the Facebook group, the Descendants page? They started mentioning it. I think it was Reddit though.
Okay. Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Hey, that's crazy though. That 40 years ago.
And some of it, it might be because licensing agreements. It has nothing to do with the band. It has to do with the record label. And I think their catalog was bought out by somebody else. They're not one of the bands. I don't think they're one of those bands that got lucky enough to like buy their catalog back from the record companies like certain other bands did.
No, what label were they on? I have no idea.
Kerrang! No,
they Kerrang! I just had it up here.
New Alliance.
Yeah, but all their other albums are up there though. That's the thing.
But is all their stuff on New Alliance, or that's
I thought
the question?
They were all on the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we don't have to brainstorm this now, but
speculate.
I think it's the 40th anniversary thing, or literally like they had an agreement for a certain amount of time. Like, oh my God, I wish I could remember. Oh, it's 80 years. 80 years is the licensing on music. Like 80 years after it comes out, or unless the artist is still alive.
Oh.
So, like, if you make a record when you're 15 and you're still 95 and you're still alive, like, that doesn't become public domain. I think the limit is 80 years.
Oh.
But that doesn't apply here. It's got to be something like that. Or they just had an agreement for a certain amount of time, and that was the first Descendants album to go up.
Yeah. I mean, I know that's their first record, but, like, everything else on here...
Yeah, it just might be that
is there, and to Enjoy Summary. Hallraker is on there.
I'm guessing it's some sort of licensing issue with it being the first album.
Hey, man, what are you gonna do? You can always just listen to Summary, and you'll get all those songs. Anyway.
And that was my point to the people who are like, well, some of the songs are still there. I was like, they're not. It's funny because you look on Spotify, and it's got the Milo Goes to College as the thumbnail picture. But when you click on it and play the song, the background image is Summary, and it's like the version off of Summary.
Well, that was just really their greatest hits album, wasn't it? I mean, that's
Sorta.
essential. Anybody who freaking, Summary, for God's sakes. And
listen.
I was one that actually liked Hallraker more than Live.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was my favorite. I got that one first. But anyway, I think we're babbling. I don't know how long we've been on.
1 hour, 3 minutes.
1 hour and 3 minutes?
Yeah, well, that's how long this has been running. I don't think we've been online that long because I hit record early.
Yeah, this has definitely been the ADD podcast today. We've definitely been all over the place.
Oh, it so has.
But you know what, guys? Couple of things. We'll do some clearing house here. Like I said, make sure that you guys like and subscribe and hit the notification button. And we need to get some more action going. I mean, We've done good on the Facebook. We have new stuff coming out. We have a website, heypal.whatsnew.com. That's being worked on. Right now it just takes you to my regular artist page. But coming soon, we're going to have our own website.
We could even we have a website on Podbean through Podbean, so we could probably build it there and just point it to.
Yeah, I mean, we own the domain now, so we got stickers coming out. We got all kinds of stuff. We got to make our T-shirts and the Gruel Master, and I thought you were dead.
The Gruel Master. I don't know what that shirt would look like. Would it be a guy with his head buried between someone's legs?
It would just be, just the letters, and maybe they're just drippy. I don't know. I'll work on it.
I'm always drippy.
So, yeah, we're working on a lot of stuff here. Website, new merchandise. Hey, listen, if you got Apple Podcasts, you can leave us a review. You can leave us a review on our Facebook. You know what I do is I subscribe to Apple Podcasts and Spotify for the shows I really like, so you get that double. As our friend Sid always says, double prizes.
Double prizes.
So, we could use your help, guys. If you like the show, tell your friends, call your wife,
tell two friends, and they'll tell two friends,
and so on, and so on, and so on, and so on. Yeah, and listen, we got the Spotify playlist. I just added Hot Water Music on there. We'll add some other, we have enough Descendants on there, but, hey, there's no such thing as too much Descendants. And as far as the review stuff, we never did talk about Yellow Jackets, the finale. We could mention that real brief before we go. But yeah, I mean, that was...
Look, my theory, I don't know what your theory is, that...
Put on the tinfoil hat, my friend.
Hold on, people. So my theory, when you look at the end, is that all those girls that were in that plane that we haven't seen anything from, like Scarface, they fucking came back and started the fucking crazy cult.
Yeah,
because I think at the end there's like some like people from like the cult from some crazy cult show up.
That show, I will say about that show, they're really, really good at misdirecting.
Oh, boy, are they.
We all thought Adam was the guy, and then we find out that it's the husband, and we're like, oh, shit, really? And then...
I thought Adam was, like, the little brother.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to think the little brother went out and fucking... Him and the other girls started their own little fucking cult.
Yeah, well, the politician one had that little altar in there.
Yeah, in that hidden room.
Yeah, that was so weird.
Creepy.
Well, she was also the one that was eating dirt, too.
Yes.
So she's definitely off her fucking rocker.
She was like fucking sleepwalking like she was on Ambien.
Yeah. Everybody loves those Ambien dreams, man. I'll tell you. You can go out, buy a pack of cigarettes, come back. You're like, shit, I was asleep the whole time.
that was one of the things in that show, the fucking drunk girl show.
Oh, yeah?
Single drunk girl was the guy who she meets at a meeting, a guy who she fucked at a bar.
Ah.
And he was just like, they were talking about like stop and drink. He goes, I would get drunk, black out, and steal animals. Steal pets. He goes, I'd wake up with like a dog and have no idea where the hell I came from.
It is scary for all those people out there who are, like myself, that are friends of Bill W.
Former blackout drunks.
Yeah. You're just like, how did you get here? Or just like, where am I? Waking up in parking lots. It's very scary.
Better than waking up in handcuffs.
I'll tell you about that.
Been there.
Done that. So like we were saying, definitely check out these shows we've been talking about. The music we have, the Spotify playlist. Listen to that. And like we always say, if you have songs on there you want to throw on there, just let us know. We'll review it. And other than that, we're really just trying to push this out here. So, if you could tell your friends and get involved and chat and share and like and subscribe and touch my nuts, it'll be great.
Sounds good.
Yeah, touch my nuts not included.
I don't even like when my balls are in somebody's mouth, okay? It gives me the wrong type of chills.
That's right.
It gives me those special chills.
And with that, I'm going to say, kids, don't forget. Beat off into a sock. It makes cleanup so much easier.
Absolutely.